What's up? It's been a minute, and this is terrible because you can see the sides. Ugh. Ow. I'm sorry that this is um, not symmetrical, but until I get like my tripod and everything, we're just gonna have to bear with this setup to get on with it. Um, Usually I'm up to date with my concert videos, and I'm usually like so pumped, but I didn't have literally any time, or I just didn't have any time to film a video. And yeah, so it just didn't happen. So here we are 3 months later. So I have been a fan of Oliver probably since late 2016. What's the name of the video? Whenever Pillow Socks, whenever that music video was released, I had found it on YouTube, just going through recommended, like how YouTube sets up the playlists, and that's pretty much how I found it. My fucking neighbors. Is that a bug? It's not a bug. Anyway, dude, I didn't get to see him in concert till like 2 years later. Like, that's crazy. But I don't really think he did tours. Like, he went. Was it Rolling Loud? I want to say it was Rolling Loud, but I can't remember. He performed at one of those festivals, but I wasn't able to go. Although I did really want to, because honestly, I don't think a lineup will be as good as Rolling Loud 2018. And that's on God. Usually I go to concerts by myself, but I had went with a friend for the first time. And I love her to death. She's the homie. She's my roommate, actually. But this is one of the reasons why I go to concerts by myself. Wait, no. Was it? I'm getting my stories mixed up. No, I'm not. That was for Gambino, Goofy Bean. Scratch all of that. Chicago was fine with the Airbnb. We couldn't find like the right way to go into the building because like all the houses are literally fucking right next to each other. But there was like a little alleyway, and it was like in their little shed in the back of their house. Like they had a separate house in their backyard, and that's where we stayed. It was really cute and quaint, actually. Went to the venue, and right before we got out, my friend, she was like, "Where's my ticket?" And you can imagine how pissed I was in that moment. I'm small. Like, my main goal is
So blow up and then act like I don't know nobody.
yeah, to see them, but also to get to the front, because I can't be in the pit. General admission, I cannot be anywhere but the front or the sides, and I would rather be in the front because I'm short and I would like to see the person that I paid to see. Yeah, we checked my car, we didn't find it. So the venue and the apartment and the Airbnb were like 20, 30 minutes away from each other. So we had to go back to the Airbnb. I parked on the wrong side of the road because there's no fucking parking in Chicago. Luckily, her ticket was on the counter, so we go back to the venue, find a parking spot, like right next to this no parking sign, but I didn't even care. Tow my car. I don't care at this point. I just want to see Oliver. So we park, get in line. So not that, like, maybe 5 or 6 people had gotten in line since we had went there and back, which took like almost an hour, like 45 minutes. So I was really surprised that we were still mostly in the front of the line. English, maybe. So we get into the venue. Everything is peachy. Oh man, this is just like, it was so surreal. Like, I don't know what makes him one of my favorite artists, but he is. And his music is just like the best to listen to during any type of weather. I don't know, it just makes me feel some type of way. Man, like, I don't know. Big Baby Scumbag comes out. I Heard him on Carl Edwards, and because he has a feature on Carl Edwards and Windows Down. I didn't like him at first because I don't think that their styles mesh at all, which they don't. He's a cool dude. I like their music separately, but not together, because I wish I knew his real name so I didn't have to say his long ass name the whole time. But Big Baby Scumbag fucking yells in all of his songs, and his voice just did not sound right on like an Oliver beat or whatever they cooked up in the studio. So I never really listened to him till after the concert, which I've come to love him a lot, and he's a cool dude and he's very funny. But that's after the fact. He did Dale Earnhardt, he did that song, which I remember. And he did like something else. I want to say he did Robocop or Hammer Time. I don't know. He performed like maybe 5 or 6 songs. And then Oliver came out to my favorite song. Oh my god. I'm gonna put in a video. And oh my god, like I have honestly never experienced a concert so great in my life. I've just like never felt so, I can't even put it into words. Like I was just like fucking speechless. Like I literally don't even know what to say. Like it was just such an amazing experience, and I don't think that I will ever go to a concert like that again. Probably not even a concert of his will live up to that day. Like he was right in front of me, like where this camera is, like my hand is probably like, I don't know, 4 inches away from my phone, and that's how far he was from me. Big Baby Scumbag performed one song, and then that's when everybody like got super riled up, so I had to like find a way to the front because I couldn't breathe. Like I was gonna die. I kept like, my glasses kept falling off. So like I needed air, so I like just had my hands like this in between these 2 guys, and I was like, okay, whenever like everyone's pushing, I'll just squeeze my way to the front. So I did. There was no barricade at that venue, so this was like this is like the crowd, and this is like the stage kind of, and they have the speakers right here, and then there's like a level up, and that's where all of them are standing, and like the DJ and all of that shit. Like saw a chick to my right, she was like sitting on this part, and I was like, you are fucking smart, because my legs hurt. Like people were just pushing to the front as usual, but I'm so small, my legs were just like on the brim of the stage thing, so my thighs hurt so fucking bad for like the next week. Like having so much weight pushed on to my 90-pound body was just unbearable. So I like sat up on the ledge, and I was just watching Oliver perform. This bitch got down on his damn knees. It was like performing, and I was like right next to him. And then I forget what the last song was. I'll have to look at the video, or like I'll put the clip in. Actually, I'm not going to, because it's only like 2 seconds, and it's just like a fucking clusterfuck. But I don't know who in their right mind was like, okay, everybody get on stage. Like literally everyone just ended up on the stage. And we were dancing, and I tried to get a video with Oliver, but there were so many fucking people pushing me, and it was just sweaty and gross, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna look at him. I'm just gonna, because he's right in front of me. After a couple minutes, he was like, okay, everyone get off the stage, because this is just absurd. So then everybody got off the stage, and I had forgot, because I had a jacket, and it was like my work jacket, and there was like a little zipper right here, and I put like my credit card and my ID and stuff like that in there. And I had to hold my phone the whole time because people are walking and jumping off the stage, and I didn't want anyone stepping on my phone that was already cracked. So when he told everybody to get off stage, I don't know how the fuck it happened, but my jacket was the only one that went missing. And I was like, okay, that's awesome. Like, that's just my money and my card and my ID. That's okay. That's fine. And I was like, where the fuck is my jacket? I lost my friend. Like, she was all the way in the back by the end of the Like, I don't know where she... And then Aj came up to me and he was like, is this it? And I was like, no. And he was like, what? I'm like, I don't know where it is. So I was like, okay, show's still going. Like, I'm having a great time, but I really need to find my fucking ID and my money. So the show ended. And then I don't remember if he did an encore or not. Usually with concerts, it's just a big blur and I forget everything. I want to say he did a encore. I just don't remember what song it was. So then the concert ended. He was like, peace. We were like, peace. Great time. And then I found my friend in the back and I'm like, I can't find my jacket. And I was like, why would somebody take my work jacket? Like, it does not, I know it doesn't fit anybody in here. I found it in the back by the bar. It was just like on the railing. It was just hanging over the railing and I'm like, how the fuck did it end up all the way back here? Like, okay, well, we were about to leave and I was like, I might as well just like get some merch since I've waited so long to see him. And I go upstairs and I was gonna get Scumbag merch, but I was like, a t-shirt for $30. Like, I'm here for Oliver. I ended up getting a Scumbag shirt. This one. I got it online. I'm pretty sure like these were his tour tees. But I got this one online. Yeah. Oh, there's my Oliver one. I got the long sleeve. Aj and Tracy, whatever the fuck. I got this one. Because it was cold. It was still December. And I'm like, well, back home, it's still going to be, like, super cold. So I might as well just get a long sleeve. And I don't know why my dumbass did not do this. But I didn't get a picture with Aj. Like, I really should have. And I regret it. And I think about it every day. Like, all I had to do was just, like, ask. That's it. But I didn't. Dude, like, that bums me out so much. Like, I could have just been like, hey. I bought the shirt. And then he was like, did you find your jacket? And I was like, yeah. It ended up, like, all the way in the back. I don't know how that happened. But, and then I could have been like, yeah, can I get a picture? But I didn't because I was nervous. And I just, like, don't like asking people for pictures. It just sits weird with me. I mean, this isn't sitting weird with me because I regret not doing it. But usually, I, like, just want to talk to them, you know? Like, I don't know. Still would have been cool to have a picture, though. But, oh, well. Got my shirt, and then we left. And then we slept for 3 hours, and then we drove back home. Because I had work at 8 a.m., and we didn't get back home till, like, 1. But then I realized that Chicago is an hour behind me. So we really only got, like, 3 to 4 hours of sleep because we had to leave early so we would get back home on time for me to go to work. But, yup, I just showed up to work in my pajamas. And I just drove straight to work. I dropped her off and went straight to work. Yup. That was that weekend. Very eventful. Very fun. I felt connected. You know? It was cool. But yeah, that was my Oliver concert experience. But when it starts getting sunny and not looking sad like this video, then I'll start making more. I have a bunch of videos that I want to make. I just got to get my tripod and whatever I need set up. But until then, I don't have a thing to say.